Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. Now, I know that I've crapped on Crystalized for such a long amount of time, but I feel like um, I wanted to talk about this because, and yes, I know Tanner technically already made a video on about that, but he doesn't know the idea, and neither do I, so. But basically, this is talking about a huge missed opportunity Crystalized had. Um, and a big reason Crystalized is getting a lot of hate right now is because there's just no consequences. Like, you could argue that they ninja lose their powers, but if you remember, Wildbraid introduced a concept called the power is never truly lost, or basically it states that power is never truthfully lost, only it's kind of dormant in a way that it will eventually come back. Um, but I think there was another way to do this, and that is by having a huge sacrifice. Now, I know Ninjago basically overdoes sacrifices. I mean, Crystalized did like at least three or four fake out deaths in one season, which I think is way too much. But in my opinion, if there's one character that should have died, it was Wu. Now, hear me out. I love Wu as a character. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying this because I hate him, but rather because I think it would tell an excellent story. Now, some people said, well, maybe Garmadon could have worked or Harumi. Um, I don't think they would have been great choices considering they were literally just brought back. So it would be kind of weird for them to bring a dead character or a character that hasn't returned and only just to kill them off. Whereas Wu, he's been there since the very beginning, you know. And plus, they've been kind of planting the seeds for it for about a year and a half now. If you remember, there was this whole storyline in Master of the Mountain where Wu feels like he doesn't really um, need to be there anymore because he just feels old. And I feel like it would be a great culmination to that arc if he sacrificed his life in Crystalized. Um, so basically, how I would do this is keep the battle between Brave but Foolish because it's a great ass battle. Um, but I would have it the Overlord get the final blow, whether it be like a stab, like obviously they can't show it. But to be fair, it's this show was also in the same timeline, same time frame as when the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came around, and they showed Splinter getting stabbed. So it's like, well, it can be done, but I understand why they wouldn't want to do it because it's too graphic. But they could at least do something where he sacrifices himself. So then he basically just falls, and he basically falls to his death. And you could have like maybe the last part of the episode dedicating solely to Wu and his dying moments. You have Lloyd, the rest of the ninja, Misako, if Misako is even in the season, and even Garmadon. And then he would tell the ninja how proud he is of them for coming so far. How proud of his brother for trying to change to a better person, how proud he is of Misako for, just being there by his side the entire time. And maybe to Lloyd specifically for carrying on the legacy of not only of him, Garmadon, but also his grandfather, the first Bijutsu master, before he ultimately succumbs to his injuries and passes. So, and it would have been an incredibly sad moment. And then, Lloyd uses that anger, that sadness, I wouldn't say negative energy, but that fuel inside of him, knowing that the Overlord is who killed his mentor, his uncle, and he uses that to unlock the Oni form. And, obviously Oni Lloyd would win, but, you know, It's sort of like a Pyrrhic victory in a way. If you don't know what that means, it's basically winning but at a cost. Um, so basically, then they have this memorial for Wu, like they did with Nia in Seabound. And that's how I would have set up Wu's demise in Crystalized. Because honestly, if there was one character that absolutely positively needed to die, it was Wu. Because I feel like his character has been kind of there. It just hasn't really grown over the much of the new Wild Brain era, and it's just kind of been there. And I feel like it would also be a big culmination to his, not only as a character, him as a character, but his arc that happened in Master of the Mountain. But what do you guys think? Do you think Wu should have died and crystallized? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye.